Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's October 19th, 2022. Right now I'm in the coop. Yesterday's video, we started off working around the western garden plot. The goal yesterday was to try and get as many of the gooseberry plants up from around the perimeter of the western garden plot. So I didn't end it with any audio from me yesterday because the weather started to turn bad pretty quickly. Had a heavy frost this morning as well, but I'll show you some of the gooseberries plants that we got out of here. These are not making Thea feel too good because there's so many goose plants. This all started from either 4 or 6 gooseberry plants that we did simple layering or mounding or hilling type of propagation, where you take a plant, put it in the ground so the root mass is in the ground really well. And then as the limbs come up, as the shoots come up, you lay those down. And as the new shoots come up, you can lay those down a second time. So there's well over 1,000 plants that we've gotten out of those. And I'll show you some of them here. And I did save some of the maples that were, some of the maples, and there's a couple of oaks out there as well. But here's an example here of some of the gooseberry plants right here. Let's see, we got one here. So this is part of a simple layering plant here. And so that can be cut up into multiple plants. And so I piled some there. Sorry, Mr. Quackers. And then piled some over here as well. Thea did come into the coop this morning. I met her for breakfast because I was lazy. I wasn't coming out here until it got above 32, 33 degrees Fahrenheit. And she didn't have a happy look on her face after seeing those gooseberry plants there. Then I told her, I said, well, there's still more in Pepe. So we'll go outside and take a look at where we're at so far. So as you can see, this is the area I used Elon to help me dig in there. Lots of weeds on the other side of the kennel panels here. And as you may be able to see, there's lots of the roots still sticking out. So I've decided I'm going to take these kennel panels down. It's a real pain. Dig out all of the honeyberries. Dig out this whole area here and rework it and put sand on top of it. No matter what I did do, there's small pieces of the, this right here is bindweed. This here, and if you look around out here, and these are small amounts of the bindweed. And of course, this is the thorny, some people call it devil's weed. This is, it's got a whole bunch of noxious weed, poison weed, hedge. I can't think of the name now. Carolina hedgeweed, I believe, is another name. So many names for them and all. And worked all along in here. Got most of the way around in here, but just trying to get, there's some dock right there, which isn't a problem. That's pretty easy. But we have all of this bindweed that goes right down to the hard gravel down there. And it is just crazy. And even me picking it out over here, there's still pieces you could see after it did a light rain there last night. And I just have a little bit more to go over there. Just got a bunch of chives out of there. But I'll show you, there's some more gooseberry plants over here. Gooseberry plants all along in here. And see, these are just from the limbs being laid down and the new shoots coming up, and they root. All the ribes work really well like this. Not everybody cares for the gooseberries because there are the thorns on them, but the fruit is absolutely delicious. Here's some of the chives. I want to get those in the ground hopefully today. today or tomorrow. And it's kind of crazy. So this is what happens if you have a nice garden area there and a few noxious weeds get in there and you don't take care of it. Like that bindweed, boy, it went nuts in here. So I created more work for myself because I neglected taking care of nipping it in the bud when they first started peeping up through the surface. So I'm going to get back at it today, see if I can finish up that area down there, go back through it, see if I can get any more out of it, dress up the outer part, and then I got to decide when to take these kennel panels down as well and start working the rest of the way. I got to get the honeyberries out, so they'll have the weed roots in those as well. Then I can start bringing up some of the sand from the canal that I harvested. I don't think I showed since I've harvested it most recently, but I've got a lot of sand down there that I can work my way around here. I don't know that I have enough because there's more that I've got to do than I had planned on doing. But I can't have the honeyberries completely engulfed with all the roots from all these noxious weeds because it's just going to be a big hassle. So I'm going to get started now. Okay, we just got done doing as much as we can do today. I'll show you what we have done. We used both Elon and the Hulk behind Elon over there, the excavator and the track loader, and we're able to get the rest of the material that was in here. I got a lot of the weeds out of it last night, and some of the segments of the roots of the bindweed and some of the various noxious weeds that were in there, and got those out, got those scooped up with the bucket with Hulk and brought it down and back. Then I went down along the canal that I had piled up some sand and put it on top of here and packed it down a little bit with the front end loader on the track loader over there, the Hulk. Then we disconnected a couple of the panels from one another right here so that we could get cardboard, and you can see there's cardboard underneath these kennel panels. And then we'll put the sand on top of that. I'm making this a little bit higher than typical, and the main reason is because the rich carbon sources, the soil and the wood chips, they'll all settle over this next year, and this will probably bring this down to about level. These chain link panels here, these kennel ones, are the old type that are real heavy, difficult to deal with. But after getting the sand down here, we smoothed it out some, then put the cardboard underneath the kennel panels, used Elon, the excavator, to pick up the panels so that we could slide them under and all. And I put a little bit of sand where it's low. You want to get these panels as close to being on the same plane, on a flat plane, as possible, and they're not right now. So what I will do either tomorrow or the next day, take off these kennel panels here going down this run, and that way I'll be able to dig up, I think that's the way I'll do it unless I come up with something this evening, dig up the roots of all the weeds and the honeyberries that are in here. Then we'll have to get the sand up in here. We don't have a lot more cardboard, but we have some. Sand and cardboard down, pack it down, and get it like both ends that we've got now. We've got this end here, and we've got that end down there. If it weren't for all the weeds in here, I'd just put the sand in here, but we had so many weeds, and they're right intertwined in the chain link of these kennel panels right here. So that's what we were able to get done today. Not as easy as it looks. And these kennel panels are real heavy. I like the lighter gauge ones. They keep the deer out just as well as these heavy duty ones. These are great for big dogs jumping up against them and all. They're going to hold up real well. But that isn't what we're dealing with now. We could use lighter weight ones. So in the future, after this all settles and all, I'll probably opt to switching them out to the lighter panels because the two of us can handle those with ease. These ones here, these are a bit tough. I need the equipment, especially when they're attached to each other. So that's it. That closes up the video for today. Just a little more work on our perimeter here. We have to get the perimeter established. Big job modifying one of these garden spaces here. Then we'll decide what we're going to do. I'm probably going to have to see if I got a couple other panels down and back that can replace a couple of the ones here. I'll go over that in the next video if we do have it. But that's it for today's video, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate y'all with your comments and the thumbs up, that sort of thing. We really appreciate it a lot. Take care, stay safe, and certainly take good care of everyone around you. Bye-bye now.